The song Possible actually started on this piano, and this is a 102-year-old Baldwin, back when they used to make pianos in the United States by hand. I honestly found this piano for not much money at all. It was mostly broken. I was going to a Lowe's, and next door to the Lowe's was a piano store, which is kind of like me going to a pound with puppies. And I thought I'll just, see what's in there. And for me, it's all about the sound. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care anything about just the sound. And you just go around, and in a few seconds, you know if it's gonna pull you in. And I was going around just playing on different pianos. And I put over here, and I was like, and I was confused. I was like, why is this big ugly beast so soft and beautiful? And I went up to the lady. I said, what? And I tried to not play up that I wanted. I was like, what's the deal with this piano? Like, oh, it was the piano teacher here's piano, and he restrung it. I think he restrung it not too long ago, so it had newer strings, and he put in Steinway hammers like 30 years ago, which is a long time, but that's what gave it that soft tone. And other than that, cosmetically, it was seen some life, shall we say. And I ended up getting it. It was a big deal. This was like a little over a year ago. And in this studio, built this studio in Rada's old garage. And this was the thing that came in. And I set up the mics and I started playing on it. And that pattern of Possible, that little top pattern of the top part of the piano, it layered, and then that bottom sort of ostinato, that repeating form. And I really, really love just the feeling of it. And I had that just sitting for a long time, and I just knew this should be the start of whatever this record's gonna be. It had this wonderful, hopeful feel, but sort of stately vibe to it. And I also knew I wanted to put strings on. And I worked with Lorna Doone, the arranger, and gave her some string parts that I had written, and she just took them to a new level and recorded them with members of the Boise Philharmonic, 208 ensemble. And we recorded the parts that you hear, added some bass, and then the vocals. And the vocals were the last thing. I also felt like, some songs feel like they want to stay instrumental. Some songs feel like they want to have a vocal. In this one, I wasn't sure what the vocal would be, but I heard this melody for many, many months. And eventually you just kind of have to sit down and try and hammer out some lyrics. And that's what I did. And what came out was this theme and these dreams, this idea about possibility and what's possible when things fall apart. You have this open ground when the fields are burned. What do you want to plant? Can we do it? Can we dream it? The individual, the collective, and that's what I'm singing about. And it ended up being the theme, the overarching kind of glue or idea of the whole record thematically. There's a lyric in the song, "Could You Let Go?" in that refrain, and I'm sure that can be taken lots of different ways, and there's really no wrong interpretation. But for me, that was about like, can I let go of the dreams I thought I had? Or can I let go of the things I've lost or that are decaying, dying, composting, so that something new can emerge? That's not always easy. And that's sort of why there's like this feeling in the third verse about bravery, and that you can do this. This is something we can do, you can do. You can stand on your 2 feet and feel that support. But so the letting go for me is, it's sort of in between, like hopeful, sad, which I often like to dance between those worlds in the music and the themes, because I feel like that's a lot about life. It's an open question. Can you let go? Because in essence, as everything continues to flow in the river, you can't dam it all up. And the way things were emerging before in our future, we have to shift and change. We always do. It's just louder now than it was before. And maybe what we need is a little bit of that encouragement and courage, and that shared dream together to say, like, yes, something new could be possible, and we can do it together. You're not alone. I'm glad I went to Lowe's, and I'm glad that we've gotten to make some music together, this piano and I. And hope you dig the song.